This is the Fatboy Show on RX Radio. I am Fatboy and here with the lovely, wonderful Olive, who's dressed in red today. She's the woman in red.
Lady in red.
Today on the Fatboy Show. And I'm also in red, although in a darker tone. And
wine red.
This is where Olive is going to make that joke about how we somehow communicate telepathically to know what color to choose every day.
And we do this so many times through the week. I don't even understand how it works. If you didn't have Mami Suhana, people would be thinking, hey, what is going on here?
Yeah, and perhaps they'll think you're the one that picks out my shirts every morning.
You know, right?
But anyway, yes, red is my favorite color, and I think it's yours also.
Red is your favorite color?
Dark red.
Dark red, okay.
Yes, I like it.
Now that makes sense because I've seen you in chino pants that are in the same color.
Yeah.
And t-shirts.
That's right.
Okay.
I like it. I like it. Speaking of liking things, what about the people you like who now you are no longer with in a relationship or a marriage? Assuming you had bought them things during the relationship and now you're no longer together, would you try to get those things back, Olive?
Well, men have always taken things back from us, especially if the things were expensive, like engagement rings, like when Errol took back his Bugatti from J-Lo. So I think it depends on what I got them. If I just bought him shirts and, shoes, what am I going to use them for? But if I bought him a house and he's dumping me, I need my house back.
Well, unfortunately, ladies typically don't buy a lot of things.
Because in most cases, ladies cannot afford the things that men usually give us.
This is true. You see, because I can buy a lady's pair of shoes. Because a lady's pair of shoes is like 50K.
Oh, come on.
What are you talking about?
Okay, they're there at 50, but not every pair of shoes you see is 50,000.
Really?
Quality matters.
You can give a girl, you can tell her, she can tell you, oh, honey, I want to go shopping for shoes. And you say, okay, here is 200,000. See what she can do.
And she will come back
She'll
with
come
4
back
pairs.
With a basket of shoes. A cavera of shoes.
That's true.
You're
Especially if she's industrious in such a way that she won't just go to uptown shops. She will go to the wholesalers downtown.
And she'll be like, yep, I got a deal.
Yeah.
And she has 10 shoes from that 200K. Whereas for a guy, that's one pair of shoes.
If I can even get it, if I can even get one pair of shoes.
What, 200,000?
Especially office shoes.
Especially, yes, leather office shoes. And so that's why we mostly just get socks.
Actually, 200K could be a belt.
For a guy.
Nice leather belt for
Can you imagine? So dressing up a man don't come cheap.
As in cufflinks at, there is a shop at Garden City. Cufflinks are like 450,000.
Are you serious?
Yes.
This must be gold.
It's gold. Like they sell good stuff and real legit stuff.
Okay. Well, me personally, I've only ever claimed back one item that I gave to someone, and this was a necklace that I'd bought, and it wasn't even out of spite. It was more I was pushed to do it. I think friends were like, hey, you're going to let her disrespect you like that, disrespect you like that.
So your friends pushed you to reclaim it.
Yeah, so I reclaimed it and, that was that. But, since I grew up, I've never really done it. If we fall out or you dump me, ghost me, cheat on me, do whatever you want, it's like I don't hold it against you. If I spent money on you or bought you things, it was because at the time I felt like doing it.
I also have
and
the
I'm
same
happy
sentiment.
to have you remain with that part of me.
Exactly.
In your life.
Honestly, that's my sentiment. But when hearts are broken, especially if maybe you've been cheated on, I think men are usually compelled to take things back if the other person has been unfaithful. If he decides to leave you, in most cases, he's gonna leave you with the things he bought you because he's guilty. As in, I'm leaving her, I'm breaking her heart.
So in fact, he feels justified, vindicated, he doesn't feel so guilty because after all, he has left you with many gifts.
Exactly. He's like, she will deal with that. Maybe she will sell that. She will be okay. But if you're the one leaving him for someone else, he's like, no, please bring back my stuff.
I always remember this example of Leila Kayondo, who I think she was at Munyonyo.
Yes.
Having lunch with
she was in Gaba. Yes.
Having lunch with a gentleman friend. And out of the blue, her ex-partner shows up. I don't know if he was the current partner at the time. But anyway, they had been involved and he caught wind of the fact that she was out on a date with a guy. And so he just storms the restaurant where they're at. He just picks the key to the car she was driving, which was his, and just went with it.
That's why when it comes to things like cars, I will never feel like the car is mine if the man has not given me the transfer forms. If I don't have a logbook for that car, it's not my car. Because if I have transferred the car into my names, now he cannot just repossess it.
No, he can't. That would be theft.
Exactly. So if you're out there driving a car a man gave you without a logbook, honey, you're driving something borrowed. And when something is borrowed, someone is going to take it back.
I've ever bought a car for someone and I did transfer the name and I wasn't even asked to do it.
But for you, it was even a gift. She had been nice to you. She wanted to get married. She moved on. You've told this story before.
Yes, I have.
And as a parting gift, you bought her a car.
Yes.
Hey, but you had money, Fatboy.
No,
Who
but
does that?
yeah, but I mean, it was an 8-year relationship.
Oh yeah.
So there was a lot of time spent together. We had grown together, and I just felt that it was appropriate as a parting gift. Now, in all fairness, it wasn't a very expensive car.
Still, it was a car. Let me tell you something. The hardest thing to get is your first car.
Oh yeah.
It's very easy to get other cars after that, but getting the first car, like to break that virginity of not having a car, that's the hard part.
Yeah, once you get the first car, the other cars somehow
you
come.
keep changing them, but the very first one, and in most cases, most ladies can't afford the very first car. So
Well, I hope I did a good deed. I would hope she was able to sell it and get more money and buy a better car.
you don't know, you are out of touch.
Yes, one I have no idea what she's up to.
Anyway, she got married. But then there is another incident I read about, I think 2 days ago on Facebook, where this lady says she has been dating this guy for a couple of years, and during the time of their relationship, she bought land. Now the boyfriend decided to construct a house on her land. Now the relationship has run its course, and he was trying to throw her out of the house. She's like, this is my land, take your house. So he eventually left. He has someone else he met, and he told her he has given her 30 days, and after 30 days she must be out of his house. So she was seeking help.
Okay.
What would you tell someone like that? What would you do if you found yourself in such a situation?
That's a tricky situation, but I would think she has more of a claim.
The land is hers.
Yes.
But then the house is his, and you could find that the resources he used and the money to build
Doesn't
the house
matter.
would be more than the price.
Then he's an encroacher. Yeah?
Either way, she needs to lawyer up,
Yeah, probably.
because she may be asked to either compensate the man by paying him back whatever he spent on the house, or they agree he gives her whatever the land is worth
I actually
currently.
think, I don't know the laws, but I think they'd be in her favor on this case.
I don't know. I saw a few lawyers on the post, and they were advising her to lawyer up as
Okay.
soon as possible. So I don't know how. I think it depends on the judge. The judge can decide to say compensate him let him give you what the land is worth right now if it had no house on it, or for her to compensate him, because he can't just walk away with nothing, especially if he has receipts that he constructed the house and there is everything to support his claim.
Like I said, I don't know if... Anyway, I don't know any better. Let our lawyer up and let us seek the right kind of advice. But yeah, that should be a lesson to anyone. It was just the most foolish thing to do, though.
Why buy land and let a boyfriend construct on it?
And why construct on someone else's land?
Exactly. Who is not your wife?
Because if the person chose to demolish the property, I actually feel like you'd have no recourse.
Actually, she can demolish the property because she is the rightful landlord.
That's what I would think. But it's tricky. This is very crazy, though.
Yeah.
Hard to wrap our heads around it. But do keep listening to your number one station, RX Radio. This is the Fatboy Show.